What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, it's DeMarius Jackson. So I got a question in the comments section of my 7 Great Sonny Rollins lick video, that's hard to say, link in the description. And it asks, where would you use the saxophone Colossus lick? And it really got me thinking about how I actually use jazz licks. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 ways that you can use jazz licks to enhance your playing. So the first way that you can use jazz licks is to analyze them and take what you like personally from them. So the lick I played earlier is actually from the tune St. Thomas. What I like most about that lick is actually in the 3rd to last measure. It's over the F sharp dominant chord. So if you look at the music that I have below, you can analyze it as being 5-4, 2-7-3, flat 9, and a 7. But my brain has a crazy way of thinking about these things. So the way that I actually think about it is an E major triad with an added 4, and the 4 is displaced on beat 1. If that makes sense. I'll have the music down below. And then what I see for beats 3 and the downbeat of 4 is simply a diminished triad, descending of course. So at this point, what I would do is take that same rationale of how I figured out the lick, either with the chord numbers or the way that I just mentioned, and just play it in all 12 keys. I would also memorize the lick and use method number 2, which I like to call plug and play. So when I first learned how to improvise, I relied on my ear heavily. I kind of slacked off on learning theory and harmony. So what ended up happening is I kind of just played tonality. So if we had a major tune, I just kind of played over the realm of a major chord and never really addressed the chord changes. So with the plug and play method, all I did was take jazz licks, if you want to call them that, or vocabulary, over certain tonalities that fit major, minor, dominant, etc., and I played them note for note every single time I saw that specific tonality. Here's a short example of me doing that over All the Things You Are. So I'll talk about this method of improvising a lot in my book, Imitate, Assimilate, Innovate. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. And the number 3 way, the last way that I go about using jazz licks, is rhythmic displacement. So simply put, I'm just changing or altering the rhythm of the lick. So in this example, I'm gonna use 2 licks. The first lick is a blues lick that I learned many years ago. It sounds like this. And the second lick is from my saxophone warm-up exercises video. I'll leave a link to it somewhere up here. It's actually number 5 to be specific, and it sounds like this. So now that you know what those 2 licks sound like, try to listen for the alteration of them, or if I alter them at all, and a clip from a solo I did over Frank Macchia's I've Been Working on the Railroad. Here we go. So there we have it. Hopefully you've gotten something out of the video. Just remember that these jazz licks and vocabulary are meant to spark your own creativity. And if you use these 3 tips, I'm sure that you'll be on your way to being a better musician. Out.